Sex. We all do it, we all think about it, and we're all products of it. Whether for pleasure or purposes of procreation, sex is an integral part of the human experience. Sure, we all learned a bit in school, a bit more from our friends, and likely even a little from adult films, but do you know it all? Bigger boobs. Is bigger better? When it comes to sex, Mother Nature must think so. Breasts have always been used to attract potential mates, but it appears their use in the mating ritual goes far beyond that. During sex, experts say that a woman's breasts can increase up to 25% in size. That's a substantial increase that we bet will have you paying attention next time to see if it's true. Everything is awesome. No, we're not referring to the catchy hit song from the Lego movie. Instead, we're referring to research which shows that a sexually stimulated brain is more open to things we'd normally think of as disgusting, at least in women. What do we mean specifically? Well, a Dutch study found that a woman who had been stimulated was less likely to be disgusted by things like drinking out of a glass that had a bug in it or eating a cookie that was sitting next to a live worm. Yum. Scented sweat. It's true that we sweat during sex. After all, it can be quite a workout. But in a rather strange bit of news, did you know that a woman's breasts produce a scented sweat during sex? Yup. If it's getting bigger wasn't enough, now those bad boys are sending out special sweat loaded with pheromones. This is meant to get everyone even more erotically charged. The urge to pee. In a strange twist, many women find their bodies telling them it's time to head to the bathroom right when they're in the middle of doing the deed. Strange, huh? Actually, not so much. You see, in the process of having sex, certain skin associated with the G-spot can swell and create the sensation of needing to pee. Other things get bigger. In addition to breasts, you may think that the only thing that gets bigger is the man's penis. Oh, there is much for you to learn, grasshopper. Add to that list of things that grow during the deed the testicles and the vagina. That's right, in a move that makes sex almost sound like a circus sideshow, these parts of the man and woman can enlarge by 50% or more. Although we have to say that if you're getting bigger outside of sexy time, you should definitely consider seeing a doctor. What pain? Did you know that during sex and orgasm, you basically become one of the Avengers? Yes, like those superheroes, you can endure all sorts of pain and act like you don't feel a thing. Alright, maybe we exaggerate a little, but during sex, research has shown the body can overcome headaches and cramps and even morning sickness. It's like you temporarily become the incredible, sexy Hulk. Funny sounds. There's no other way to put it. Sex can be awkward and have some rather hilarious sounds. During the act, the woman's body can release air trapped in the vagina in what is known as the queef. It's strange, but it happens. All you can do is laugh it off, make a South Park reference or two, and move on to a new position. It really is a win-win situation. Missing parts. During sex, it is actually common for certain man parts to go missing. Yes, that's right. You could be well underway in the bedroom to discover that one of the boys has seemingly just packed up and left. Have no fear. Doctors reassure us that testicles do tend to pull upwards during sex, and that during orgasm, they can pull up so high it's like they're gone. It's the body's strange way of getting ready for the big show while freaking you out in the process. Toes. Okay, this may not be over the top strange, because most of you likely know that toe curling during sex does happen. Did you know, however, that it affects men and women differently? In a bizarre occurrence, researchers found that women tend to curl all their toes, while men, on the other hand, tend to straighten out their big toe and curl just their baby toe. It makes no sense, but further reinforces the notion that men and women really are different. Blindness. They say that love is blind, and in some instances, love can actually make you go blind. In more than a few instances, people have experienced temporary blindness as a result of orgasming. No, these people weren't doing it wrong. They just likely suffered from vasoconstriction, a tightening of the blood vessels which occurs with heightened stimulation. Such an event can restrict blood flow to the eyes and basically cut off their signal heading to the brain.